Alright guys, this is Captain Daniel Kim. In this video, I want to talk about what is the first line or opener you should say to a girl when you first, meet her, wherever it is, on the street, on the, bar, the gym, whatever, right? I just got recently this asked. I was doing an interview, and they know that I was a dating coach, and they asked me, what do you say to the girl that you first see? And I told them it actually doesn't matter. And I know you don't want to hear that answer, okay? It's like, what's that perfect line? That's the thing. It's like, have you ever went to talk to someone you just know? So when I had the intention of actually talking to a girl, what I try to do at first is try to set my mind to be like, how do I want to get to know her? That's the first thing. Yes, I want her to like me, but if you go with that kind of frame or state, then what happens is the girl will know that you want something from her. Then you come off needy. And have you ever had a person who is less financially stable than you? I guess a poor person come up to you and they ask for money. If the person's not genuine and that you could tell they just really want you just for the money, you kind of feel off by it. You feel kind of turned off by it, and then there's a different, you could say you're turned off by a person who's more needy. That's what happens when you open and talk to a girl expecting some kind of approval or, you want her to like you. So what I say is when you want to go talk to a girl, it's not really what you say. It's really just approach her and talk to her by saying you actually want to get to know her. And I know that's harder said than done because you find her attractive. You just want to talk. You don't want to talk to any girl. So it's actually good to talk to every girl wherever you are, at a bar, especially because you don't want to be the guy who just approaches hot girls. So just talk with everyone. Just try to get to know everyone, because you got to also think of like this, right? If you were your best version of yourself, how would you go talk to a beautiful girl? You have standards, and you have to see that. As a person who has standards, you really need to understand that these girls, you can't just go approach every single girl, right? So that's one of the reasons I always say just have the right mindset. So that's the first tip, is really have the right mindset of why you're going to go talk to the girl. The second tip is, what's that line? I would just say hi, honestly. If you're nervous, by the way, you should have a go-to line that when you're nervous, because she's so beautiful, that you know what to say. So my go-to line, especially if I'm traveling, is just do you speak English, right? I can even use that. It's a funny way, do you speak English, right? Anything could be an opinion opener, right? An opinion line is just hey, what do you think about this thing in pop culture? What do you think about this, right? Just a quick opinion one, right? That'll be very easy. Something that you don't have to think about the spot, right? Something that you could just use as I remember someone did, I think it was, I got to give a credit to Cosmo and Dave So. They did an interview where Cosmo believes that even stand-up comedians, they have some kind of script before they get on. Even actors have some kind of script before they get on. So one thing I strongly recommend is have some kind of question or some kind of opening statements that you could use to really, go talk to a girl. What you can say right away when you're nervous, especially when you're nervous, right? And you feel you're not prepared, you're kind of tired, you're not really feeling it, and have some kind of script prepared for what to say, right? But the best one is just go say hi. I know you guys hear this a lot, but go say hi. And the third is what you say after. So that's a transition statement. So what I do as a transition statement is let's say my opener is oh my God, hey, I just saw it from you. You're so LA. Or I would just say you're so LA. And based on the city, you seem so New York. But be honest with it, right? If I say oh, you're so New York, and she's what do you mean I'm so New York? Oh, you just seem very fashionable. Or LA, if she's from LA, but you seem so laid back. You have such beach vibes. So stuff like that, right? You want to understand that you want to have a good transition and make it about her. So we call it sometimes cold reading, right? Make a perception about her and all that kind of stuff. So I strongly recommend that you focus on the three tips is that you have the right state of mind of how to talk to her, that you don't want any validation or seeking anything from her. The second thing is that you just go say something, right? And have a standard kind of lines to say something to her, something that you just feel confident, you memorize, and you can just go. And the third one is the transition. How do you transition? And make it about her, right? The greatest conversation topic about anyone or having a conversation with anyone is to make it about her, okay? So I hope really this helps, guys. Try these three tips. It will really help. Don't overthink it, right? Just think of that opening line is to just start a conversation. If you ever met someone and you are interested in getting to know them, it's just about starting a conversation. Have that intention and everything will work out. All right, guys, it's been a pleasure. Captain Daniel Kim out.